A few days ago, I asked, what is hip hop visually missing? And I mentioned that there was a time where every frame mattered and that visuals weren't just about promotion, it was about art. Well, today I want to flip that question. And I want to ask, who's still making it matter? And just as important, why so many aren't? Because while there are still artists and crews building in the hip hop world visually, there is also a budget gap that's widening. So today we'll get into those people that's still pushing the visual identity. Then we'll discuss that budget problem and talk real solutions. Before we get into the people behind the camera, I want to get into more artists that's in front of it. A lot of you were in the comment section saying, hey, you forgot about him, her, and you were right, all of you. Well, some of you. And I love that this community cares about visuals just as much as I do. So first off on the list, I want to get into Red Veil. Please don't cook me if I'm saying his name wrong. I went back and the first thing that came to mind was Free. I saw his video for Mini Me and then Brown Sugar with Smino, and I thought, his visuals feel honest, they're youthful, cinematic, personal. I'm a very big geek on color palettes, so his visuals definitely did it for me. But I think the sets he chose stands out a bit more than the creative plots of the video. Next, Childish Gambino. He's someone who has always treated visuals like short films. From This Is America all the way back to Sweatpants. It was like this loop video where he kept passing through a restaurant and everyone was becoming him. That visual still sits in my head years later. His visuals definitely do say something beyond the song. And they're inspirational, literally off the strength of his music videos. It gravitated me to always want to see him on a big screen, like his show Atlanta. And then some of you mentioned Tizo Touchdown. I think his videos are wild and theatrical, but his brands to me stand out more than his visuals, if that makes sense. Like the nails in his head might be more the focal point than the actual visuals are, if that makes sense. But I'll definitely say he's a great talent and he's visually pleasing. Next on the list, Tierra Whack. Oh my gosh, Tierra Whack. One of the most visually creative artists alive. In my opinion, she does not miss. I remember she turned like a whole album into a 15-minute visual art piece, and it had like a lot of color and humor, and she was weird, and because she was weird, I just thought she was dope. It also inspired a video I did called Goldie for an artist named Mac P. Next on the list, Offset. Offset has been leveling up visually as well, definitely pushing that cinematic set design and choreography. In ways, he reminds me of the 2000s era and even eras before, like his homage video to Michael Jackson that he did for Fan. All the way down to the red suit in the movie theater scene that he did with the girl in the transformation. Dope. And last but not least, who I want to add to this list is an artist named Nassan. He's someone I've been paying close attention to for a while. His visuals, they're theatrical, bright colored, they're fun, they further push his music and message. The last video he put out definitely felt like a fever dream. Yeah, you see it. You can tell he cares about the image matching the feeling. All of these artists, big and small, are proof that there's still vision in hip hop. And they're treating visuals like art and not just marketing. But I know that does boil down to the person behind the camera. There was a lot of you in the comment section like, hey, you're giving artists way too much credit. There's actually people behind the scenes that's developing these films for them, and rightfully so. So today I wanted to get into a list of directors and crews that's still keeping the visual identity of hip hop alive. First on this list is Gabriel Moses. He's responsible for Travis Scott's Dumbo, Clips and Kendrick Lamar's Chains and Whips. Gabriel's work feels like fine art. Every frame is texture and tone. It looks expensive, but it feels spiritual. He has this signature look in his videos that feel like it's shot on film. It's grainy and it's dark. Next on the list is Davey Robinson. He did Armani Blanco's and A$AP Ferg's Silver Tooth. and Armani Blanco's cut the lights. He typically does shoot for Armani a lot, I noticed that. But Davey brings like that modern grit, a lot of dark palettes, and his videos usually are like high performance. I would say he's like a bridge between underground and high-end direction. Next on the list is Lyrical Lemonade by Bennett. I mentioned him in the last video, but he's just so responsible for filming so many videos in this era that I had to bring him up again. And he recently just released a video for Lil Yachty's Endless. That's like an infinite loop. I believe he said there was 50 to 70 composites stacked to create this loop. He also did Tia Corinne's Ironic. Cole basically built a brand off of imagination. He makes music videos engaging. They're bright, he has his themed yellows and blues, cartoon editing. It just has the YouTube era personality, and I'm glad that he kept up with that. But he's definitely built a lane for artists to shine without major budgets. Next on the list is Tyler Schuler. He's actually the one that was responsible for the Red Veil videos that I mentioned previously. The Mini video and Brown Sugar featuring Smino. Tyler's work is soulful, and they're like very clean. He's very unique. I don't really have a word for it yet, but I can say that his visuals are raw. They come off personal. They're very low key, but extremely cinematic. Next on the list is Happy Place by Tara Razavi. I knew about Happy Place, but I didn't know about Tara. Nonetheless, they're responsible for Tyler the Creator's Sorry Not Sorry, Sticky, Darlin' I. This crew has basically helped Tyler shape his entire aesthetic, from Igor to Call Me If You Get Lost. Their sets are handmade stories, basically creative direction at its finest. Next on the list is Edgar Estevez. He's responsible for Asake and Travis Scott's Active, and he did Princess Diana remix for Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice. Edgar brings polish. His videos are very clean. He makes mainstream hip-hop videos still feel real, like down to earth. He's proof that high-budget videos don't have to be soulless. And because of that, I'm a fan. I also want to mention 3 additional directors to look out for on the come up. First, Shane the Shredder, Mitch Ryder, and Halo Hearts. Definitely look those guys up, follow them. They are phenomenal. And I believe that they are the future of hip hop visuals. Amidst all these phenomenal creatives that I've just mentioned, somehow a large part of hip hop is still visually lacking. So I guess it's finally time to get into why. Now, so many of you commented that the real deficit is that artists no longer have the budget. And I will agree with you. It's definitely true, and I can relate. And for a period of time, I was an artist, and a big budget for me was $500 to $800. And realistically, that's not going to get you a crew. It's not going to get you a Red camera, not an ARRI camera. You're lucky if it gets you a Sony A7. And that is the real gap. Now, we could say that it's not that today's generation cares about visuals. It could just be the way that the economy is set up, and that everyone is at a financial deficit and it's too difficult to be creative. So now smaller artists are forced to shoot fast, be basic, and just get something out clean just for content. That definitely causes video direction to disappear. Over time, you see so many of the videos looking the same because that's the way that the budgets are set up, right? And I agree, but I also disagree. Okay? I want to place disclaimer and not say that I'm all the way right, and I'm finna go 100% opinion based here, okay? Even with a low budget, having visual depth isn't impossible, okay? With a small budget, all that means is that you have to be more intentional. That's where your creativity comes in. That's when you start putting out 10% of the idea, at least 10% of it, even if you can't do 100 because you're at a financial deficit. That's where you pick the right videographer with your 500, a good location, you plan good, you storyboard, you treat it like a film. You try. Now I feel like y'all are gonna try to cook me in the comment section and say like that's so unrealistic, but it's not. There are people that is doing way more with less. Cole Bennett is shooting music videos off of an iPhone. Creativity has to kick in. Like I said in the last video, artists are treating it like a checklist. It's song, a little bit of promotion, then a quick video. There's no thought behind it. And as an artist, I can come for artists this way because artists are not putting in the effort. They're just not. And I could say that videographers aren't putting in the effort either. Some of them is some money grab. I get it. The economy is shit, but that's not an excuse. Every other genre is thriving right now except hip hop. We can't post up every video outside in front of a car with 1,000 humans. Every video. We can't go stand in front of a graffiti building every video. We can't throw every video. Think big. Write something down. Plan. I've said plan multiple times already, but plan. Be creative. Yes, your creativity is affected by finances, but like I said, at least put 10% of that idea out versus shooting the same video that the next person shot. Next, let's get into how we can fix the problem. If we want hip-hop visuals to grow again, it starts with collaboration. To the artists, I would say budget smarter. Even if you just have 500, do planning, storyboard, treat it like it's a film. And remember what I told you. Even if it's 10% of that idea, put that out there. Build up off of that. It's better to have 10% of your idea than have a visual that mimics someone else's. Then to the directors, I would say treat indie projects like a portfolio. Give smaller artists a chance. And if you're not a big director, give artists a chance. Develop relationships. Experiment on these artists. This is the opportunity for you to grow. To the crews, I would say create collectives. Share gear, share editing, share color work. That's a movement right there. To the fans and platforms, I would say please give hip hop videos a chance again. Watch the whole thing. Share the creative ones. The algorithm isn't gonna fix the culture. People have to. Low budget doesn't mean to have low vision. It just means to see further. Hip hop visuals are still alive. You just have to look at who's carrying them. From Gabriel Moses to Cole Bennett, Happy Place to Tyler Schuler. They're all building worlds in different ways. But if we really want cinematic identity back, we have to bring the intention back. We have to. Even to the smallest sets. Because culture doesn't need another upload. It needs a vision. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I appreciate you for watching. If you feel like there are some points or some things that I didn't hit on, let me know in the comment section. If you disagree, let me know. I'll respond. If you agree, let me know. I'll respond. I feel like this is a very great debate for us to have to kind of get to the bottom of this, and I feel like we can do this together. I pushed this video a little bit faster than I wanted to, just because I have so much that's going on in the upcoming weeks. I have a couple of films to do, but I really wanted to get this out to you guys. So definitely let me know if I need to go back and refine this and really hit those points. Like, I wanted to hit deeper, but I'm really trying to keep this a film channel. I know a lot of you want to talk industry, and I could talk industry with you. I'm actually from it. I used to engineer and I used to manage artists, but I'm really trying to keep this, based on the visual aspect. But if we do need to dig deeper, let me know. Just comment dig deeper and we can do it. We can have that discussion. I'm not afraid to have it. We can talk about it. That is what community is for. My name is Jacques Rayon, and I appreciate you for watching this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure to click that bell. And once again, let me know in the comment section how you feel. Let's get to the bottom of this together. If you would like your comment to be featured in the video, DM me on Instagram and I'll discuss your thoughts in the next video. But once again, thanks for watching.